next, Margot or Natalia? Margot, and why don't we speak to Natalia to see?
Yes.
It's Natalia Maria.
Yeah, Natalia's fine. Yes, that's my
Natalia,
first name.
so
Hi.
hi Natalia.
Thank you.
So would you like to tell us what you've been doing with Ani, and what and you were part of the TM practice. So what were your challenges? Did you have some traumatic experiences or some stressful experiences that, and what were they exactly? What were their symptoms? And then how did they, if they did reduce when you learned TM, maybe tell us about that. So thank you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, fine. I'm Natalia Tomassini, and it's really strange how life is, because I started my career out with a master's degree from Temple University in an area called psychoeducational processes. After I had gotten a teacher's license, I was an elementary K through 8 teacher. And so I ended up teaching and doing psychotherapy in the juvenile justice system, as well as in the field of addictions. And I got burnt out. And I prayed to God to parole me and to give me like a 3rd or 4th grade class. And I did that until I retired. Then after I retired, I found Dr. Ani, and I started attending her training program for trauma psychology. And I completed that. And then I took the first installment of her teaching training program for trauma psychology. And then this was my first mission that I went to Armenia with her.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was on that. And before we left, she asked me about, did I want to join the TM group? They were going to have TM training. And at first I'm like saying to myself, well, what? What? And I said, oh yeah, okay, yeah, fine, sign me up. Not thinking about the who, what, where, why, or anything. Just, okay, if this is what's going to be happening, I'll join in. And I'm glad I did, because it was very good in grounding us each day.
Beautiful.
And I did not know that I needed to be grounded each day. I had no idea what I was coming into, at all on a mission. No clue. I was just going to be there. So I told my job. I currently worked as a educational diagnostician for Rutgers University at one of their charter schools.
Let me just interject here.
Yes.
Usually 3 months before the mission, we have weekly meetings with the members. But Natalia decided like the last minute, and then her job, she can't take off for a meeting. So she was not able to attend the pre-mission meetings that we have.
I see.
To orient people, like what's going to happen, who are the people we're volunteering.
I see. So she was in a unique situation, right?
Yeah, it was a unique situation.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was the beginning, more or less, of the school year. So I just told my job I'm taking off for 2 weeks. And everyone in my team that I work with as a educational diagnostician quit. Our psychologists, our speech therapists, or our OT, our social workers, and that left me. So when I went to work, I was the only one besides an interim supervisor. So I was stressed. So when I got to Armenia, I filled out an application for another job. And when I came back, I went to that other job. I didn't know that other job was going to be with a group of traumatized refugees from Latin America. So I'm like, when I say funny how life is. There's all of this. And
Wow.
so our first training programs was how trauma affects learning and the brain for youngsters. So I'm like, what in the world is going on here? But I'm well prepared. The kids are learning. I'm traumatized, but their trauma's a little lower. I didn't expect this. But anyway, in Armenia, um, I found myself very grounded because of the TM practices and able to adapt, I believe, to the different scenarios that I walked into. Um, Being a Reiki master, my part of my mission there was to teach the psychologists, social workers, first responders, whoever we worked with, about Reiki. And I think I had very good focus and courage to do this.
Beautiful.
And I think that by grounding with the TM, it was helpful. And because there were other things going on with me there too. I'm not going to talk about that, but whatever challenges I had, I overcame my challenges and I stood up to the plate, and I was able to relax and do what I needed to do during the mission. And I think that the TM was helpful in doing that. And now that I'm in a new job with a classroom of kids, who one told me yesterday, I nearly died in the desert because we didn't have enough water. And like on a daily basis, hearing the stories and dealing with the difficulties that the children have. And I find myself having, I feel I'm very empathic. So it's really breaking my heart, but having to pull in and do a quick meditation myself, like that, pop in.